Very good afternoon as we look over clear blue sky here at the picturesque Yafos Rugby Stadium here at Ratmalana as we bring you Kandy versus Yafos, the first game of the second round of the Dialog Rugby League 2019-2020. Kandy coming into the game unbeaten throughout the 7 games played, and Yafos coming off with a fabulous victory over CHNFC, upsetting the Gymkhana club. As you see the game which we are going to show today, and joining with me in commentary, Clifford Surendra. Clifford, good afternoon and hope you had a good game.
Has been always good, tremendous in their play against Kandy on many occasions. That's going to be a challenge, but like you rightly said, Kandy is unbeaten in the first round and they are going very hard and they are going very steady and strong. So that's the beauty about it. The crowd is gradually building up, and beautiful afternoon, but a little bit breezy too.
Yeah, a little bit breezy. I spoke to Mark after the CRNFC game. He told that it's a little bit difficult to play in these conditions. And I think Yafos have an advantage looking into the conditions. They need to keep the first 20 minutes not allowing Kandy to break through as they did in the Havelocks game and the CRNFC game. So you see the way the forecast partly cloudy and maximum temperature of 31 Celsius. This is ideal for fast open running rugby.
Well, actually the forecast says 12 kilometers per hour the wind speed. I think it's slightly higher than that, a little bit. I think it's something around the 16s, I guess, because it's very breezy. And if anybody is going to play and the kickers, they'll be able to find touch on the direction where the wind is blowing from. And opposite direction is going to be very tough for us, especially for conversions and everything. But on the other hand, you can see the flags. You know how powerful the wind is. And other than the breeze, it's beautiful pitch condition, well-maintained turf, and well, plenty of space to run around. And both the teams are warming up. And Kandy, there are a couple of changes, I guess. So when we get to the team cards, we'll talk about that. But in the meantime, you can see they have had a solid start to the season, and they're continuing that form. And we have to wait and see how this test is going to be.
Yeah, we'll wait and see, and we'll take a short commercial break, and we will come back with the team cards and the live action.
Wanna watch some rugby? We've got just the ticket for the best of rugby internationals and club rugby championships in the world. From the greatest battles of all time to all the legendary moments in the world of rugby.
Oh, this is amazing!
Witness them all on Rugby Pass TV and don't miss a moment of the action. Live and exclusive on Dialog Television channel number 129 from the 30th of January onwards.
Alu seat එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
Sir, ගේ payment එක settle කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
I want everything and more from my mobile. Unlimited talk time, text and endless data. When I travel, it's one simple plan for unlimited roaming, even on a flight. I also get the best smartphone deals, phone upgrades and expert personal service. While Club Vision privileges pamper me with the best of times. Sign up to a Dialog Power plan today. Enjoy everything I have and more.
Dialog Postpaid. Power to you.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්නම් සිදු. අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි. දෙකෙන් දෙන්නම්. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
You left without saying goodbye. We're practically family. You think you could just take what's mine? And I wouldn't come a home.
Bad Times at the El Royale, 19th January, Sunday, 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Star Movies, first time on television.
Get set to witness the first-time champions, 7-time champion, and the 23-time Grand Slam champion. Witness all the sets and a few setbacks. Witness this and witness that, and definitely not that. Witness the one in this generation and the ones in the next. Witness the crowd pleases, the crowd teases, the drop shots, hot shots, and the big shots. Witness the Australian Open and witness the greatness unfold. Only on Sony 10-2 and Sony 6.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්? 5කින්
Flicks for All, now in your language. Your favorite movies now come in your preferred language. Now you have the option to choose between English, Hindi, Tamil and Telugu.
Man, badriya.
ताड़ोपेड़ो तेलु क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Discipline is a skill one must master.
Your focus needs more focus.
And with it takes a master to train the Karate Kid. Late night flicks. When the sun goes down,
Don't understand.
the stars awaken to take you on thrill-seeking journeys. Flick.
Welcome back to the Air Force grounds here at Ratmalana. We are minutes away from kickoff in the second round, the match 30 of the Dialog Rugby League 2019. As you see, the first round roundup, Kandy Sports Club, that the Navy game. It was a close game. Clifford, the only blemish Kandy had, Chathura Seniviratne had the opportunity to take his team to a victory but couldn't convert that to penalty. Kandy won this game 16 points to 14 in the second week of the Dialog Rugby League, and this was a surprising win at that point of time where Police defeated the runners-up Havis at Havelock Park, and they managed to finish the first round at second place. Then it was this was a game which was meant to be a close one, but Kandy started their uprising in this league with this game. They performed well in the first 20 minutes, scored 3 to 4 tries, and that was a tone that they carried throughout the first round. As you see the Navy Army game, this was a close nail biter, very close game which had two halves, Army dominating early and Navy coming back and getting the big W in the last move of the game. This was the last passage of play where Chathura Seniviratne broke the Navy defense, and Tilna Vijay Singh Tilna Veerasinghe finished it off with Isru Kohongawattave converting and taking the victory to the Sailors, which they were trailing 12 points. And this was a much anticipated clash where both teams started off this year, and Kandy demolished CRNFC within 20 minutes as they went into a huge lead, and CR could not come back from that deficit. And this was last weekend, where the big two teams played each other. Kandy yet again starting off well, scored 2 tries within the first 5 minutes, and then went into a shell. Havis could not convert their opportunities into points at that game, and missed few chances in the kicking, where finally Kandy went over and kept their unbeaten tag as they won all 7 games, and now hoping to repeat the same performance in the second round too. And this is the last week results. Army Police game, which was expected a win for Police, ended up in a draw, 26 points each. And then the big upset, Air Force Sports Club beating CHNFC. CHNFC has some big names intact but could not play this league as they expected, and CRNFC winning a close game against Navy, game which had CRNFC dominating early, then Navy coming back. Then again in the second half, CRNFC going into a 27-12 lead, and Navy coming strong in the last 20 minutes to clinch it. And the final, the big game played under lights, where Kandy Sports Club won the game 22 points to 12 and booked their place at the pole position in the Dialog Rugby League. And if we look at the points table, clearly shows the dominance, where Kandy have won all 7 games, plus they have won 5 games with a bonus point and taking a tally to 40. Then we have Police surprisingly at second place. They deserve this with the performance they put on. They lost only to CRNFC and Kandy. And then Havis and CRNFC in the top 4. Navy, who started off badly in this league, but have managed to come up to the 5th position. Army, CH struggling unfortunately, lying at 7th position with 10 points. And finally Air Force, after winning the game last week, have climbed up to 8 points, and still they have the wooden spoon in this league. Top try scorer after the first round, Janil Dilshan, who started the season very well, and last week too he added a try to his try tally. And the top point scorer, Riza Mubarak, 58, still waits. He did not play last week game against Navy, but he is still a top point scorer of the league. Other matches happening today, Navy taking on CRNFC, that's happening right now at Valisara. And after that we have Havelocks taking on Army under lights at the Havelock Park, and that is a crucial game, and that can be a very tight game also. So look into the Air Force Sports Club.
Well, there you go. That's the team lineup for Air Force Sports Club. Niroshan Rajanayaka, Shamika Kashun, Nuwan Rajakaruna, Timiraman, Sashika Fernando, Anjula Hettiarachi, Gimhan Silva, Saraka Barrel. So that's going to be a good combination there. And Gayanthi Damalgoda, Amita Silva, Kushal Manupriya, Jehan Seelagama, Ramzan Amit, Rukshan Madhushankar, and Faris Ali will be doing the sweepers duty. And Kandy Sports Club, Ganuka Disanaka, Damit Disanaka, and Lasdatanagoda, nothing changed in the front row, and along with Suhiru Anthony. But Tilna Bandara starting today, that's going to be interesting, along with Tharanda Chaturanga and Jason Disanaka and Shahan Patirana. So the void has been filled for Bhuwana Kudangama, who's not feeling well today. So therefore Tilna Bandara coming in, and Srinath Surya Bandara is starting instead of Roshan Veeratna, and Nigel Rathatha in his pet position, along with Buddhima Piratna, who's been playing in the blind side but albeit being very instrumental, along with Tharinda Ratwata and Lavanga Pereira and Kavida Pereira, and Sri Lanka 7 skipper Danshudayan at the back. Well, there you go. We are ready with the kickoff. Kandy opting to go with the kick. Nigel Ratwata with the ball, and Nishank Abekon will be controlling the game, along with Dilum Dishana and Chamara Siambalapitia. They're going to be the ARs who will be assisting Ishanka. Well, there you go, the referee's whistle, and opting to go against the wind not with the wind. Interesting kick. Well, good start for Kandy, managing to secure the kick-off. And Danshadan comes in and to Buddhimapiratna. Good recycling work. The third phase on the move, or rather the second phase. Once again opting to go on the short side. Going into contact there. Air Force not giving much space. You can see the defense charging up. Well, that's what you have to do. You have to keep the Kandy players on toes. The moment you give them space, that's going to create those gaps. Well, there you go. That's the first penalty. Seems like not in a good position for Air Force. It's very much kickable distance. It's going to be a very interesting call.
Time off.
Yes, Clifford, that penalty was awarded for hands on the ruck, which referee Shankar spotted. And now a big decision for Kandy to take, as will they opt for the points in these windy conditions, or will they go for a line out? And that injury concern is a bleeding injury, Clifford, and it should be replaced till he gets.
So Mohammad Shabir coming in instead of Shayan Patirana, who went into contact, and it's a bleeding injury, so therefore he has to be nursed for that. Opting to go for touch, sensible thing to do, going with the wind. Well, we spoke about that, Nilhan. With this wind, you can easily find touch even from the other flank of the pitch. You can kick it right across. The breeze is so high, and that's what they did. There you go. That's the replay. Breaking in and going forward. That's Suhiru Anthony, and the Air Force players coming in. And good line out, nicely secured. It didn't work well for Kandy in this occasion. It's a little bit of a lifeline for Air Force to get the hold of the ball. They've been defending since the first whistle. You can probably hear the breeze in the screens as well through the mics. A beautiful afternoon here in Iran. It's fantastic weather. The pitch has been wonderfully maintained.
That has been throughout these years. Air Force maintaining their pitch conditions, and the wind also making, as you see, Gayantha Itnama good breaking from the front. That's Sarka Velala there. Now Air Force looking to go out of their own territory and finding a good touch there from Amit Silva.
Oh, that's a superb one. Sensible thinking, opted to go with the wind once again, and brings back the play into pretty much to the halfway mark. Buddhimapiratna, who was defending, didn't even bother to go for the ball. No, it was way out. And so Damit Disanaika having a discussion with his small chit chat with his forwards. Oh, beautiful one. Going for the short one.
Stay, last foot.
Once again, going into contact. Kandy doing a lot of recycling work, and they've been doing it fantastically.
Stay.
And seems like kick and chase. There's a footback coming in for the. Oh, it's an error. It is an error. Not going to help Air Force. Probably under pressure. Took the eyes off the ball. And referee's playing advantage. And Kandy has managed to secure the ball. So they are on the move. Can they make it count? Buddhimapiratna stepping into. Managed to beat a couple of defenders. But he's been brought down. They got numbers to the right. To go with the forwards.
Advantage over.
Good drive forward.
Advantage, line offside.
Sanayaka Ratwat sending into Pereira. slowing down there.
Back. Back.
Air Force putting a lot of effort into terms of the defense. But seems like the line would have been offside. That was the call, I guess. Yes, it is. So it's another chance for Kandy to get some points on the board. Let's see what are they going to do. Whether it's going to be an interesting call. They're going to go for the kick, or no, they're going to go for the scrum.
Kandy opting for a scrum, and everything started off where Air Force could not collect that kick, and in these windy conditions, the high ball will be another factor for the both teams. And Kandy straight away asking for a scrum, as they dominated the scrums in that Havelocks game, and hoping to continue it here. Ideal scrum in the middle of the pitch, Clifford.
Yeah, it's going to be very ideal there. It's a fantastic location for them to have a scrum. And the front three, Ganuka Disanayaka, Damit Disanayaka and Lasita Attanugada. Three strong lads. They have the height, they have the power. Beautifully held the scrum up. Nigel Ratat opting to go inside. Suri running into traffic.
Last foot.
Once again, Kandy trying to work it through the forwards, but this time it's a mistake. Couldn't hold on to that ball. Must be kicking himself. That's Shabir Mohammed. So chance once again for Air Force to get out of trouble. So 6 minutes on the clock. Nothing has happened on the scoreboard. It's pretty much Kandy attacking and Air Force defending. Second occasion that Air Force getting the ball. Let's see whether they can get out of trouble.
They put on some extra pressure on their breakdown, and that resulted in Kandy knocking the ball forward where Shabir Mohammed knocked it on. 6 minutes gone. As he said, the tone has been to Kandy in the last few games was to score early, and Air Force currently have managed to help them for 6 minutes. Sarakavella breaks through. Good offload to Amita Silva. Another offload to the flanker there.
Reload.
Kimhan Silva going now. Ethan Malgoda looking for options.
No.
Again going to Silva. A big high kick. And Buddhima Piratna collects it and calls the mark for it. Kandy have not been able to play their usual game in this game. Air Force putting a good challenge. Step taken and put it into touch by Buddhima Piratna. And these windy conditions will come again to both teams, where when you throw into the line out, that can be another impact for both teams.
A piece of advice there by skipper Nigel to Buddhima Piratna.
Number two,
waited for, because the entire team was falling back and they were walking behind.
Say number 10. White.
So let's see whether they're going to go with 2 or 3. It's going to be 2. Good jump, clean one. And the Air Force for the first time working that line. They never had that opportunity until the 7th minute. You see some beautiful moves, good offloads, good powerful runs.
Play on.
Gradually Air Force settling into the game.
Air Force going to contact it again. Still managing to have the position. Now looking to use their backs, but the good Kandy defense coming in. Offload to Rukshan there.
Go back.
Still Air Force managing to secure the ball. Hit the Malgoda to Silva. Good rush defense from Kandy, taking Air Force back about 5 meters there. Hit the Malgoda looking for the box hit. A high kick in these windy conditions. Good collection from Danush Dayan. Now to Piratna. Piratna looking to run through. A good offload to Sir Anthony. Now
play on.
Danush Dayan passing it to the big number 6, Tanu Chaturanga. Now Kandy going to run on the corner.
No hands.
Finally being brought down by Air Force.
Well, good defensive tackle on that occasion. Suri opting to go on the blind, trying to work that. And you can see the Kandy line forming in deeply. They got numbers. but opting to still go with the forwards, going into contact, creating those spaces, moving that ball right to left. But that's what they want to do. The big lad, Atanaika, going in for contact, beautifully done.
Number 10 offside.
And Tari going in for the grub.
Number 10.
Oh, you heard that referee's call on the mic, number 10 offside, that's what he said, if I'm not mistaken.
Kandy Magoda there, being spotted by referee Shankar. So giving a small warning to the Magoda there. And another chance for Kandy. Will they opt for a line out or a scrum? That's the decision which Nigel still hasn't made it. Air Force has been good in this 10 minutes, Clifford, comparing to other teams who gave away 2 or 3 tries in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, Air Force is playing a very organized game actually in terms of their defending. They are not giving much space for the Kandy three-quarters to work that ball around, and that's something important. The moment you give that space and the width, that should be enough for them to work their magic. That's what these players are capable of, Kandy.
Time on.
But also the forwards giving a good fight, and which is something good. Well, there you go. No data charges. Beautiful. That's View, Sri Lanka's largest video collection with View, and you can download it on Google Play or Apple Store. And that's no data charges. How beautiful is that, Nilan?
Yeah, that is superb. You can catch all the Dialog Rugby League games which is shown on channel number 1 and Dialog View. That game you can watch it for free without any data charges. See Kandy go into the line and now forming a rolling maul. Still going strong.
Advantage.
An advantage for Kandy. But Shabi with Damit Disanaika going into contact. And referee will come back for that initial penalty, Clifford.
Well, Air Force have to play, or rather maintain a little bit of discipline. The way Kandy is playing, it seems like they could score at any minute. But Air Force is defending well, but then again they are going into a couple of infringements, and they have to maintain that discipline. This is the fourth penalty conceded within the first 11 minutes. Look at that, Jason Disanaika going for a clean take and bringing down that more. Referee's keeping a close eye on it. There you go. Immediately spotted that and played advantage. So nothing on the board so far. 0-all. We're on the 12th minute of play, and Kandy very much inside the Air Force territory for the last 8 minutes or so.
Yep. Right.
But still unable to break that deadlock. Air Force has been defending tremendously. Let's see, this is going to be an interesting scrum. Almost in the 22-meter line.
Stay bound.
So the ball comes out very clean.
Stay bound.
And Jason Disanaik opting to control it. And he would like to go with the forwards. That's a close one. Oh, it's a knock forward. It was a knock forward. It was expected to be a try, but the referee was just there to spot that. It's all happening here at Air Force Rugby Grounds. 12 minutes on the clock, 0-all. Kandy won a penalty and opted to go for the scrum. Just pushing away. Look at that, Jason Disanaika controlling that ball nicely. And it's going to be a very close call. Beautiful defense coming in. And, well, he in fact took the ball off. That's a flanker, Gimhan Silva from Air Force. Did well. So he saved 5 points for his team. That's for sure.
That will come handy for Air Force as Ganta Ilbamagoda feeds in, and good pressure on Suri to bring Ilbamagoda down. Air Force need to secure the ball and get out of their red zone.
Last foot.
After saving a definite try there.
Ball is available. Wait. No.
Now Air Force
Stay.
looking for the clearance with Amit Silva. Flat kick and collected there by Lavanga. Now to Kavindu.
Well, under pressure was a lousy kick. Kandy Pera to Buddhim Peratna. He's got Lavanga Pera. He steps inside. That was pretty much expected. He's got support, but he has gone all the way. That's the first try for Kandy Sports Club. 5-0. Good start for them, but Air Force Sports Club, they defended so well for the last 12 minutes. And finally, Kandy managed to break the dreadlock. Well, that was good play by Srinath Surya Bandara, putting a lot of pressure on the scrum half. And if not, it would have been a clean clearance for Air Force. But spotted that, put the pressure on him, and ultimately that resulted in a lousy clearance, which gave plenty of space and room and width for Kandy three quarters to make their magic. Look at that, beautiful handoff, and Lavanga Pera going in for the first touchdown in fact. So that's 5-0 to Kandy Sports Club. It's going to be a challenging kick for Tari, Tarinder Ratwata in fact, because he'll be kicking against the wind. Nilan, what do you think of that try, Nilan?
Yeah, that all came through that Srinath Surya Bandara putting the pressure, and the chasers going and putting the pressure on Amita Silva. That clearance kick was not the ideal one, and then you give space for Kandy backs. You're definitely going to concede. Now Tarinder Ratwat with the conversion. Very hard ground for conversions, as we see Ratwat bisecting the uprights and adding the cross for Kandy. So Kandy take a lead 7 points to nil, and just 15 minutes gone in our clock in this opening game of the second round.
Well, clever kicking there by Tarinder Ratwat. Look at that, he has to put a lot of effort. He had to grind that kick out and managed to convert that kicking against the wind. A lot of power needed there. So restart, and 7 points on the board. A little bit of relief for Kandy for all their efforts. Good collection there coming in, Tarinder Chaturanga, and still going strong. Managed to cover about 10 to 15 meters.
No, it's okay, play on. No knock on.
And once again trying to go into contact, setting that up. Nigel Ratwata coming in, and big lad Lasida Attanagoda, in fact Ganuka Disanaka going in for contact. Not releasing the ball. Unlucky for him. Loose head prop Ganuka Disanaka. He did well to go into contact under pressure. So asking for some clarifications.
The referee clearly telling Damit Disanaka there and Lasita Attanagoda to do not be on their feet in the ruck there. And now Yafo's opting for the 3-pointer with Ida Malgoda taking the kicks. Last CH game, Charit Senivirathan took the kicks. He's out also with an injury, so that the kicking duties has gone back to the experienced campaigner Ida Malgoda. Looking to cut back the deficit up to 4 points with this kick. Crowd has gone silence. The kicker takes a kick, and Ida Malgoda goes through the sticks. So that's a good 3 points after conceding 7. Coming back with the restart and getting a 3 points. That's good news for Yafos.
Well, much needed points. They did really work hard for that. And 3 points added. So the deficit has been reduced to 4 points. 10-3 is the score. In fact, 7-3 is the score. And good kick. He's been kicking in this ground for almost throughout the season, and including pre-season. So he knows the wind. He knows how to guide that ball. That's what he did. Restart. Once again, Air Force not making the best out of it, but luckily managed to secure the ball.
Second knock on. First take a
So almost 19 minutes on the clock. 7-3 is the score. Kandy Sports Club leading. This is not going to be an easy game for them. even though it's a clash between the table toppers and the bottom of the table Air Force.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, ThePapare Official. They have reached 250,000 subscribers in the last week. You can catch all the action of the Dialog Rugby League, the replays, the highlight show, and a special show What the Ruck on Mondays. And you can look into other sports also, cricket, basketball. You need sports content, you can go to YouTube and go for ThePapare Official, the official channel of www.thepapare.com. And last time they met in the opening week of Dialog Rugby League, Kandy won the game 26 points to 8, and Havis Air Force came back in the second half to score 8 points, where Kandy scored all 4 tries in the first half. So that was a good indication, which shows Kandy dominates the first half. Here it has been a slightly okay game for Kandy, but not a lot of points on the board.
Time on. Center mark.
There was a knock forward before this player injury, and ball is gone back
Coach
to have to Air Force in the Malgoda with the feeding.
Set, steady. Stay.
Virella breaks through in the number 8 channel. Now Air Force looking to play one more phrase before clearing it. Last time Kandy put on some extra pressure and got that clearing kick to a runnable place. Now the Malgoda looking for a box kick.
Use it.
Good kick under this Windigasan Dhanushada, and collects it, pass it on to Priyaratna. Priyaratna will look to run from their own half, offloads it to Ratwate. Ratwate now to Dhanush. Dhanush goes through 2 defenders, finally being brought down.
No, you off the pin.
And now Ratwate doing the cleaning, big hit there from Ganuka Disanayak.
Ball kick and chase. Lucky for Air Force. Managed to secure that. And well, under pressure he did well, I would say. Wonder where did the ball land. That was a massive one. Well, he was kicking with the wind. It was something nice.
1 minute water break.
Quickly taking on that mark, and the Malgoda putting on
1 minute.
a big kick near the 40-meter line. The referee calls for a 1 minute water break. It's useful for these players in these hot conditions.
It's a sensible call by the referee and also the organizers to have that 1 minute water break, which is very important. Look at the weather, it's about 31.5. So that's the range which is swinging at the moment in terms of the humidity and the heat. 7-3, still Kandy leading. And these Air Force boys, they have done so well to contain this Kandy side, not giving much away. Well, the forward, especially Niroshan, Kushan Shamika, along with Thimi Ramanda, and also Anjula Hettiarachi, Gimhan Silva, Sasanka Varela. They have done so well to stop these Kandy forwards taking that game away from you.
Time on.
So Damit Disanayake with the throw in. The ball was secured. It was not a good one by Tilna Bandara. But Srinath Suryabana managed to secure the ball. Kandy going into attack on the left wing.
No.
Not much of space there for
No hands.
Kavindu Pereira.
Don't. No hands.
Oh, beautiful offload there. Well, they got heap loads of space here. Jason Disayaka sending into the Buddhika Piratna. Buddhika Piratna stepping in and trying to put the ball in. Well. That's going to be a cheesy call. We had to wait and see. Well, if we can see the replay, probably we'll be able to see that. It was a close one. Previous occasion it was, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was out. But referee managed to continue the play.
Time off.
But this time, that's going to be a close one. But anyways, good defending there again by Air Force. Look at that Bidhiparna stepping outside, coming in. Well, there you go. He stepped on top of the line. Well, that's where it is.
Okay, Blue. Right. Hurry up. Time on.
Well, Thilna Bandara, former Air Force player. Kushan Chamika going for a short one. Not opting to go for the long throws. Sensible thinking by Air Force because of the breeze. No point going in for long throws.
Forward pass there. Referee Shankar spotting it. And Air Force gifting position to Kandy. That you who are not afforded to do when you face this champion side. And this is Clifford actually the 5th time Kandy is coming down to Colombo. And they will have 4 straight games at their fortress in Ittavala. That will surely be an added advantage for them when we move into the closing stages of the league.
Well, definitely, that's for sure. But they've been playing in these conditions for almost now 4 or 5 occasions or more than that, like you said. But they're kind of settled with that. But no matter what, the conditions doesn't really matter. It's a talented team. Undisputed champions of Sri Lankan rugby. And Dhanush Dan charging in. Could have offloaded it, but then again opted to go inside. Jason Disayaka found the gap. Well, good support. 2 players coming in. And that held them to secure the ball there. That, if I'm not mistaken, is Thilna Bandara. But once again, Kandy breaking away from Air Force. And Air Force under pressure. Good quick work, good hands, good support play, good ruck formed. The forwards are there, Sabir and Ganuka Disayaka. In fact, Lasitha Attanagoda. Nigel sending it out to Lavanga. Lavanga to Kavindu Pereira. Makes no mistake. They saw that disorganized defense of Air Force and managed to capitalize on that and scoring on the left flank. So that's try number 2 coming up for Kandy. 12-3.
Kandy taking the maximum advantage there from the mistakes of Air Force. As you see, Ratvat passing into Tharinda Ratvat. Good hands from Lavanga there, and Kavindu Pereira finishing off in style in the corner. The Air Force resistance is over with that try. And the news is Clifford Shayan Pathiran is off for the game. He's taken off his boots and walking towards the dressing room. He was taken out for a blood injury, but Kandy management looking to keep him fresh for the coming up games. Ratvat, who converted from the right side of the pitch, going through that win, and now kicking from the left, and that does not have the legs and the direction, so score stays at 12 points to 3.
Blue 22 off.
As you see a replacement coming in for Air Force. The fly half Amita Silva has been taken off.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Shayan Pathiran. A fantastic player. Been really enjoying the rugby that he plays from his school days. Always a pleasure to watch. A fantastic flanker for Kandy. Did so well. Very unfortunate for him to end the game a little bit early. But it makes sense for Kandy not to overload him, or just they would rather preserve them for the upcoming games. Well, the kickoff was a little bit overcooked, so Kandy will have the opportunity of getting a scrum in the middle of the park without putting an effort.
It's a big mistake from Air Force, overcooking that kick, going over the deadline there, and giving an ideal platform for Kandy to run from the middle of the pitch. So, ideal chance for Kandy to add few points to their tally. They haven't yet dominated the scrums in this game, giving away a few unwanted knock-ons after the scrum. And Suri now with the feeding. Kandy have both directions look forward. Suri using the left, Ratwatte to Lavanga to Kavindu. Cuts back in and puts the ball out to Nigel. Nigel goes through. That's Ratwatte. Offloads the ball, and unfortunately Kandy giving away position with another knock-on.
Well, this is what Kandy should be doing, should be working that ball around and creating a couple of faces, the third or the fourth, and that gives them the gap. And that was a classic example where Ratwatte was able to squeeze through. You can see the Air Force defense charging forward, and pretty much the forwards, and he just used his feet to get past them. 12-3 is the score. SC are under pressure, but they have the ball in hand, but pretty much of the game play has been inside the Air Force territory. Well, breaking from the scrum, opting to go on the blind. Good powerful run there by Varela, but not good enough to get past the Kandy defense. Once again, beautiful powerful run, lacking support, but finally support arrives. So they got the line formed. Can they make it count? Can they send that ball out? Going into contact, they want to create those second and the third phases. Oh, the kick was blocked by Tilna Bandara as a knock forward, but good effort by the young lad. Just saw that ball. Instead of going across, he just jumped straight up. Look at that. He was just charging down, just jumped straight up. Or rather the kicker, in fact, Idde Malgoda was kicking to his arms.
I think that was not the correct option taken by Idde Malgoda, having two players line up against one at that position. Should have gone for the offloads rather than looking for the kick. But that decision will not backfire to them because they have got back position and a feed into a scrum.
Well, it's been very lethargic since the start. This is not the typical Kandy game. Usually Kandy plays some electrifying rugby. It's been very slow. Maybe to do with the weather as well. A little bit humid, but then again the breeze comes in to settle you in. So whereas you're pretty much, if you're playing as a fullback or if a non-attacking wing, and you're pretty much cooled down most of the time. Well, that plays a part as well. But on the other hand, I would say Air Force has been tremendous in terms of defending.
Time on.
So Kandy really had to work hard for their tries. 12 points. They can have a couple of more tries scored going into half time. Well, that would be a typical Kandy side. A vintage Kandy side, I would say. Once again, Air Force opting to break from the scrum instead of feeding the line. Well, this time they concede a penalty. So this is the second penalty conceded for Air Force. The first one that they got, they managed to, in fact the third one, the first one that they got, they managed to score 3 points off that. So Idde Malgoda, pretty much in the middle of the park, will be opting to go for touch onto his left. That's going to be kicking with the wind. Well, that's coming right on top of us. will just fall behind us. So that's good touch. Probably would have gained about 20-25 meters, and but still within the Air Force territory. So they have to really work hard now. So they got the scrum. That's the advantage. Air Force been pretty good in their lineouts. Their offensive lineouts, they managed to get them clean and right.
Hurry up. Blue, hurry up.
Yeah, of course, has been good with their set pieces, but throughout the season, their creativity and the patience building a few phrases, and that has been the problem with their defense. And good pressure from Kandy, but yeah, of course, managed to secure the ball from the line out there. With the Malgoda acting as the fly half. No scrum off for Air Force yet, and they have looking for a box kick. Good collection there from Piratna. Piratna looking to run from their own 22, breaks one defender and offloads it to Nigel Ratwat.
No.
Being brought down now by Air Force. Suri to Dhanush, and a penalty given to Kandy. And Air Force has made a positional change, Clifford. They took off Amita Silva from the outside half position, and now they have brought in Nuan Pereira to the scrum half position and moved Gayanthi the Malgoda back to the outside half position.
Well, makes sense. Those are the tactical changes you expect coach to do, because when things are not going the way they are planned. And yeah, you can see, talking to the Air Force camp, they seems to be very prepared. They were very much prepared to stop the Kandy 3 forwarders. Buddhu Piratna having the dashing run has been brought down. Pretty much expected when you run into traffic in sort of Air Force forwards. You will definitely be down for a couple of minutes, that's for sure. You can see that. Well, don't know whether it's a late tackle. Oh, beautiful one. A beautiful kick there by Nigel Ratwat. Found touch. It's nearly about 30 meters. Kandy back inside the Air Force territory. 12-3. There's nothing much to separate, just only 9 points. And it's a couple of scores away for Air Force. They're quite capable of doing that, playing in their own grounds. But right now, it's opportunity for Kandy to extend their lead. Damit Disanaika with the ball. Is he going to go for 2, 3 or 4? Opting to go for... Oh, it's a long one. Number 7 throw. Good collection. Oh, beautiful, powerful run there by Ganuko Disanaika. What a strong lad he is. Nigel to Tarinder, long cutout pass to Kavindu. Kavindu runs into traffic and goes into contact. Tarinder doing the cleaners, or rather the sweeper's job. Sabir has been brought down. Ball comes out cleanly. Surya Bandara outing it to Nigel Ratwat. Not a clean one. Oh, it's a loose ball. Kick and chase. Is it going to be a foot race? No, Srinath Surya Bandara is fast enough to secure that. Oh, there.
Referee going back to the knock forward in this move and giving the advantage rightly back to Air Force. And another reason for Kandy to not score a lot of tries is they have scored a lot of first phrase tries. Clifford, CR and FC game, 3 or 4 tries was from the first phrase, and Air Force have identified that, and they have improved their defense in this game, and that's one of the reasons where Kandy still have 12 points on the board.
Yeah, very true. Look at that, Singh Under 19 Division 1 cricket tournament. And that's live every week on batsman.com and ThePapare, www.thepapare.com. So that's going to be live, exclusively brought to you by both these joint production team. Singh Under 19 Division 1 cricket tournament 2019-2020. It's all happening now. A lot of stop-start plays. Injuries.
A lot of handling errors also stopping the game for lots of scrums. So that has slowed down the game. This is not the ideal game which Kandy expected to play. So kudos to the Air Force team for bringing on the pressure for Kandy and holding them, and still they have a chance to put some more pressure back to the defending champions with the pushing back with themselves as Nuwan Pereira with the feeding.
Coach! Point! Set! Steady! Steady!
They're asking for a steady scrum and advantage for Air Force as Chaturang broke away from the scrum before it was finished and coming back to the penalty.
Flanker, not binding.
Well, good call there by the referee. I was watching that, whether he's going to call for it. Plank or not bind. But he's been noticing that.
Clifford, before the feeding also he told the Kandy flankers to keep binding in, so penalizing them straight away.
Well, this is the mistake Kandy often does. Even in Javi's game, they had that issue, and unfortunately, the referee didn't spot that. But then again, well, you can't be going on like that. So the flank and the number 8, they have to be bound there. Gandhi Malgoda going in for touch, and probably once again another 30 meters.
Air Force normally go to their line out weapon, the rolling maul, but pressure on from Kandy has prevented that in this 35 minutes of play. So Shamik Kushan with the throw in, going to the first man. Good pressure on Nuwan Pereira now. Verella to the Malgoda. Going in is Silagama.
Get back.
Pereira is the Malgoda. To Shashika Fernando.
Last foot, white.
Looking for options. The Malgoda puts the pass in to Rukshan Madhushankar, but there was a knock forward. Kandy playing the advantage, but referee calling back to that knock forward.
Time off.
It was unfortunate in this incident, two players colliding and the knock forward happening at that position.
Ball down.
Well, let's hear it out. There's going to be interesting conversation.
Contest, without the ball tackle.
Warning.
Yeah.
Alright. Number 19.
It's number 19. Tilna Bandar been spotted
Captain.
tackling without the player without the ball, so penalty.
Late tackle. Right. Ball get us a tackle karan nepa. This is last warning.
He's coming back to his old club.
Time on.
Ideal chance just before half time for Air Force to put a good kick and attack this Kandy defense. Hit the Malgoda with the kick. Not a big distance as what we expected.
Well, let's see what the infringement is. Tilna Bandara going, well, that's the late tackle. Or rather, I wouldn't say it's a bad hit, but again, probably like the shoulder, tackling without the ball. But he was going for the tackle, and that time the ball got released. But there you go, the line out. So for the first time, Air Force getting into the Kandy 22. Oh, quite interesting rolling maul. That's going to be a long one. Yes, it is. Kandy defense is struggling at the moment. Air Force forwards They are gradually, steadily but strongly, they are taking that ball forward. Kandy has to be very tactical and very careful. Yes, they have conceded a penalty, I guess. Referee is playing advantage. Saw his arm stretching out. Yes, it is. There you go, the penalty. It's a good strong passage of play there by the Airmen.
Kandy feeling the pressure from the Air Force going to the rolling maul, and they struggled during the CRNFC game also, giving away a few penalties and yellow cards. And the news coming out is Clifford Nigel Ratwath is off and Shamika Pereira is in, so Tharinda Ratwath has now moved on to the fly-off position. See the Air Force going for a line out just 5 meters away from their try line. Crucial line out throw now for Kushan Shamik.
There's an early change for, well, Kandy not contesting that, quite interesting. And that seems like Air Force probably might end up scoring here on this occasion. They are pushing forward. Kandy defense is struggling. They are pretty much clueless on where the ball is. Well, seems like they have turnover ball.
Kandy turned over the ball, but referee has spotted a knock forward from the Kandy player.
Well, very interesting call. But still the advantage is for Air Force. They are few meters away from getting their first try, or rather for the first time they had to cross that line. They have worked so hard to get there. The last couple of minutes, or rather the last 5 minutes, I would say, entirely belongs to Air Force. So they have to make it count. It's going to be the half time very soon, as we are nearing the half time. So Air Force have to make it count.
Okay. Number three, okay? Sure.
Okay, so we're about to get the restart, yes.
Time on.
So time on the referee's clock. (12-3). Can Air Force make it 12-8?
It's a good time for Air Force if they can score and go to the half-time breather.
Well, Varel binding in from the flankers in, and no thought of, as I expected, opted to go for it. Well, that was a number 8 break, very unsuccessful. The Air Force trying to recycle that. Kandy is organizing their defense as well, going into that forward. Good contact there.
One Karuratna going into contact. Now Air Force calling their forwards coming in to overpower this Kandy defense. Pick and goes coming in. Third phase of play. Good pressure from Kandy. Niroshan Rajanayaka looking to run to power himself over, but few meters short. One Pereira handling the traffic there. That's Tumira Manda. Looking to use the short side. Nuwan Pereira here. Important juncture of the game. Shashika Fernando there. Still could not break the Kandy line of defense. Referee telling to use it. Now the big man, Nuwan Rajakaruna. Good defense. Quick ball from Air Force. Good defense from Kandy. Turning the ball over.
Well, that was an interception. Turn that ball around. Now it's Kandy is with the ball. Opportunity missed for Air Force. Well, good work by the Kandy defenders. They just spotted that Iddamalgoda's pass was way off.
Go back.
Well, Tarindarapta opting to go for the clearance. Ball doesn't find touch. It's going to be inside. And Varela collects it. He goes in. Tarindarapta misses that tackle. Suiru Anthony comes for the rescue. Iddamalgoda sending it out. They got numbers. Can they work it count?
No. You lost the ball.
But once again, Iddamalgoda sending it out. They got 3 forwards. In fact, the 3 quarters coming into play, but Kandy defending very well, not giving much space. But Air Force, the game belongs to them for the last 6 minutes or 7 minutes. It's a turnover ball. Not releasing it. It's a turnover ball. Kandy will be having a lease of life. Well, they get some breathing space. Been under pressure. They know it's going to be half time. Sensible thing to do. Well, there you go. That's the half time. 12-3. Very unfortunate, isn't it? It's Air Force. They tried really well. They had the ball in the hand. They worked it around. Finally going into contact and not releasing the ball.
Had few chances. There we go. The halftime confirmation. Yafus 3, Kandy 12. Still in the game. Yafus would allow to go to halftime with 5 or 7 more points, but could not capitalize on that opportunity. That could have brought this game to a very close count as we see the highlights of the first half. Kandy kicking it off. And it took 15 minutes for Kandy to break this Yafor's resistance. Skilla Wanga Pereira cutting back in and going over for the first try. And then a few minutes later, for that Ratwate making a perfect kick from the touchline. And Iddamalgoda bisecting the uprights to add 3 points for the Yamin, and this was the second try. Easy finish for Kandy Pereira. And final few minutes was dominated by Yafus, but could not convert them into points. We'll take a short break and we'll come back with the second half action. Stay tuned to ThePapare.com.
Wanna watch some rugby? We've got just the ticket for the best of rugby internationals and club rugby championships in the world. From the greatest battles of all time to all the legendary moments in the world of rugby.
This is amazing!
Witness them all on Rugby Pass TV and don't miss a moment of the action. Live and exclusive on Dialog Television channel number 129 from the 30th of January onwards.
Alu seat එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර්, සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
I want everything and more from my mobile. Unlimited talk time, text and endless data. When I travel, it's one simple plan for unlimited roaming, even on a flight. I also get the best smartphone deals, phone upgrades and expert personal service. While Club Vision privileges pamper me with the best of times. Sign up to a Dialog Power plan today. Enjoy everything I have and more.
Dialog Postpaid. Power to you.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සුදු. සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්නම්. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
You left without saying goodbye. We're practically family. You think you could just take what's mine? And I wouldn't come a hunting.
Bad Times at the El Royale, 19th January, Sunday, 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Star Movies' first time on television.
Get set to witness the first-time champions, 7-time champion and the 23-time Grand Slam champion. Witness all the sets and a few setbacks. Witness this and witness that. And definitely not that. Witness the one in this generation and the ones in the next. Witness the crowd pleases, the crowd teases, the drop shots, hot shots and the big shots. Witness the Australian Open and witness the greatness unfold. Only on Sony 10-2 and Sony 6.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
Flicks for All, now in your language. Your favorite movies now come in your preferred language. Now you have the option to choose between English, Hindi, Tamil and Telugu.
Man, badriya.
ताड़ो पेड़ो तेलुगु क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Discipline is a skill one must master.
Your focus needs more focus.
And with it takes a master to train the Karate Kid. Late night flicks. When the sun goes down,
Don't understand.
the stars awaken to take you on thrill-seeking journeys. Flick's first Indian television premieres. The quest to save a life is never a simple one.
Lock it down. No one in, no one out.
Watch heroes take the wheel in Marine 6 Close Quarters. Premiering only on Anflix.
Well, welcome back. You're watching the Air Force taking on Kandy Sports Club, and this is the second round, the first game. Bottom of the table, Air Force taking on the top of the table, Kandy. 12-3 going into half-time. A couple of injury concerns for Kandy Sports Club. Shahan Patirna is with the cut on his face, probably like him, it's a crack. He's been taken to hospital for stitches. And the skipper, Nigel Rathwath, the suspected fracture on his arm. So try courtesy of Lavanga Pereira and Kavindu Pereira. Kandy is in the lead. Good collection by Tharinda Ratwat, just within the touching distance, and good support play coming in. Two Trinitians combining very well. Damit Disanayaka powering forward, and Tharinda opting to go on his own, not sending that ball out, going into contact. There comes in Srinath Surya Bandara to do the recycling work, and he does the sweeper's job, but Shabir is there. He collects the ball and goes into traffic. Kandy gradually moving forward. Yafo's been playing brilliantly in the first half to defend Kandy really well, just only conceding 2 tries. Equally they had the opportunity to score as well, but this time opting to go on the blind side. Hard hit on Tharinda Ratwat, but Kavindu Pereira opting to go cut inside, and former Air Force boy Tilna Bandara. Good support play coming in there by Kandy players. Well, could this be try number 3? It's almost there. Can they make it count? Good passage of play there by the boys in white. Well, Jason Disanayaka powering forward, but not with much luck. Good defense coming in there from Air Force. And Ganaka Disanayaka, and in fact that's Attanagoda.
Last foot, go back, go back, go back.
Well,
Last foot, go back. Advantage number 1. Offside.
Well, referee is playing advantage, and Kandy still has the ball. Just few inches away. Good defense coming in, and Suiru Anthony, can he make it count? Yes. Try number 3 for Kandy Sports Club. Suiru Anthony. Well, picked up the ball, went in for the try with the roll off. It was very difficult for the defender to stop in such occasions. Well, that's try number 3.
Good try for Kandy coming from the forwards this time. Was playing tandem, looking threatening from that initial Damit Disanayaka move, and finally being finished by Suiru Anthony, managing to power himself over the Air Force defender. So conceding early in the second half, bad news for the Airmen, who were in the hunt in this game. And now Ratwat looking to add the extras as he goes through and added another 2 points to the tally. Good start for Kandy in the second half. Yafos wanted themselves to score first, but could not do it. So champions are back and they have scored the 3rd try of the game. Still there's time for Yafos as we see another replay of that try. 4 or 5 phases of play were from the Kandy forwards, and finally Suiru Anthony touching down for the Hill Capital team. So the Malgoda ready with the restart. Good high hanging kick, collected well from Kandy. Now looking to run from their own 22. Tanush Dayan to Chamika Pereira there. Ratwat opting for the short side. Been tackled there from the Air Force winger. Good defense from Yamin, not allowing Kandy to break their line. A big long kick collected well by Viral, looking to run on his own, going past one, going past another. Needs the offload, but good defense from Kandy, not allowing him to offload it. Now Yamin looking for options. Big number 1 Raja Karuna goes in. Pereira to Idda Malgoda. Idda Malgoda putting the ball back the replacement center. Few phrases going on. I think Malgoda tried to sneak in, but unfortunately for Air Force, another handling error cost the position, and Piratna now looking to counter attack the Yamin. But now Kandy again. Athanagoda.
Not.
Okay, for option, Thanindra Ratwatha goes through and passes on to Lavanga Pereira. The try scorer to Chamika Pereira. Jason Disanayaka then. Jason Disanayaka goes over in the corner and scored the 4th try and the bonus point try for Kandy.
A little bit of a cheesy offload there by Lavanga, but Jason was able to collect that fantastically. Good qualifies a good finish. And beautifully done. Teamwork. That was a beautiful teamwork actually by Kandy. Well, that was the error cost them the turnover ball. And good run there by Thanindra. Lavanga Pereira coming in for the support. And beautiful offload. But Jason Disanayaka was not actually meant to be collecting that. That pass was meant to be for Kandy Pereira. But he intercepted that pass. And goes into touchdown. Beautiful try by Jason Disanayaka and Kandy Sports Club scoring their 4th try. So Air Force defense cutting loose at this time. And back-to-back 2 tries conceded. Kandy's gradually or slightly and slowly taking this game away from Air Force. Thanindra Ratwatha with another challenging kick. Can he make it count? He did it one well with the wind and one against the wind.
Ratwatha curls back in. That's true, Clifford.
Well, that's a beauty. Nicely curled it. Knew it was the wind. Saw the direction. And beautifully curled that kick in. Thanindra Ratwatha, what an experienced player. Look at that. Look at that replay. Just going to the right upright. And from there, bending it like Beckham.
Two mistakes costing Air Force 14 points in this opening 7 minutes of the second half. Kandy has run away with this game.
Blue 15 off.
Oh, beautiful kick. Nicely carved it.
Alright, okay. Time on.
Ganthi Dialog with the restart. 26-3. Good collection. Going into contact. And beautiful jump as well. That is Chamika Pereira. Well, pretty much isolated on that occasion. Not support coming in, but still Air Force managed to secure that ball.
Advantage.
While referee is playing advantage. Well, Varela. Good support coming in. Oh, good hands, beautifully done. Vidya Malgoda still on the move. Can he go all the way? Good defense coming in. I think the advantage is over.
Offside, number 20.
Well, once again, it's Shabir offside. I guess that's a call by the referee, number 20. Gradually building up. Air Force working that ball. Good contact play. Good defense as well. But still Air Force moving forward. That's the beauty about it. Well, there you go. There comes the referee's call.
Offside එකක් අතන යනවා. Side එක යනවා. Number 20. Offside manage කරගන්න.
So the stand-in keeper Damit Disanayaka been briefed.
Yeah, he was briefed 2 offsides consecutively. When the advantage was over, then Shabir was offside. So he's telling the Kandy skipper to reduce the infringements in that offside. Now, opportunity for Air Force, which they lost in the first half. Go to the corner and try for another rolling maul.
Yeah, let's see whether they can make it count this time. Opting to go for touch, yes. Kicking against the wind. Doesn't get much distance, but good enough to get the ball out. But The advantage is they have the throw in. A little bit of changes there from Kandy.
Yes, Clifford. Lasita Tanukud is out. Mohammed Ali is in, and Ganuka Disana also was taken off with Provincials coming into play against his own side at Ratmalana.
Advantage.
And referee telling Mall form there. Free play for Air Force. Into bridge this Kandy defense. Another pick and go, and another advantage, and goes and scores. That's a big try.
Go. Right, number 20. Line offside.
That's the replacement forward, Johan Pereira, going over for the first try for Kandy.
For Air Force, I guess. Well, just take it away. I think the credit goes to the Air Force forwards, but again, all to be blamed by the, or rather than all to be blamed was the Kandy forwards. Well, the defense was only 1 or 2 players were committing, the rest were falling back. They were never expecting Air Force to go that strong.
And the referee gave a warning to the skipper, Damit Disanaika, and there were 2 penalties conceded. First for collapsing the ball, then for offside infringement, and that was Shabir again, second time, and he's been sent to the bin, Clifford. So double trouble for Kandy, giving away 5 points and losing a player for 10 minutes in the bin. The Malgoda with the conversion. That's not good there. Cardinal error for the home team. See, Shabir being sent into the bin, and now Kandy must play the next 10 minutes with 14. And Air Force will try to get the maximum advantage of this numerical supremacy.
Well, that's definitely, they have the numerical advantage. 14 against 15, and it's a big log forward. It's going to be a massive loss when it comes to the lineouts. Tarindaratha opting to go high and deep. Nuwan Pereira collecting it cleanly and goes in for touch. So, but still pressure is on for Air Force within their territory, inside their 22, or rather just outside their 22. 26-8. Air Force fighting back, but not fighting back strong enough to reduce the deficit. Couple of second half tries have given the extended lead for Kandy Sports Club.
Few mistakes that they made in the first 7 minutes of the second half is costing them now. That's overthrown by Kandy. Looking to use the corner, the winger Kaushal Manupriya being brought down. Pereira now looking for options, spreading it to the midfield. Still going on, now being brought down. Looking to spread it to the corner again. Madhushankar in the corner. Being brought down from Kandy now. Playing the few phrases patiently is Air Force, and now giving away a penalty. Holding on penalty, not releasing the ball there. Kandy opting to go for touch.
A lot of discussion going on there, whether to go for touch or scrum. Well, finally, I guess they'll go for a scrum, I guess. Or they're going for the post. Quite interesting. Just on the 50-meter line. It's going to be an interesting kick for Tarinder.
And this will run the clock down also. So, knowing Shabir in the bench, 90 seconds for a penalty. The discussion was between the forwards going for the kick or going for touch, and then Damit Disanaik came in and straight away told that we'll go for points. So good decision to kill some minutes in this game.
We had a quick discussion with Tarinda as well, just to check whether he could make it count. Well, he's kicking with the wind, I guess, for that. Oh, that's going to be flat and strong. Well, yes! Beautifully done. What a kick by Tarinda Ratwata. Well, didn't opt to go for that, the lob one. Or rather, he didn't kick it too high. He opted to go pretty much flat and strong. What a powerful kick by Tarinda Ratwata. What a player. Look at that. Good conversion by 50-meter mark.
Good decision from the standing skipper also. When you play in windy conditions, flat kicks always benefits you. Now with the mark again with the restart. This time changing the direction, going a bit deep. Kandy looking to clear it and run it. And that's gone for touch. Another few minutes, few seconds there. Kandy to regroup and attack the Air Force line out here. Air Force did well with their lineouts in the first half.
Blue, blue, blue.
The try came also from a lineout. So looking good from their lineouts. Need to clear this. But trying to run from their own half is Air Force. Good defense from Kandy. And now finally the kick comes.
Play on.
Well, both the Air Force players went for it, but they didn't unable to collect it. Handed over the ball to Buddhim Piran. So it's a turnover ball now for Kandy. Oh, Big Ali going in for contact.
Now use the ball.
Oh, not sure they're planning to go on the blind side. Well, seems like that's the plan.
Last foot.
But Tarinda got his line organized. And the three quarters are waiting for the ball to come. Big player, Praveen Charles.
Roll away. Blue. Play on.
Well, that's beautiful hands. Lavanga Perra, he's been brought down. Good call by the referee, not releasing the ball going into tackle. Good pressure by Air Force as well, equally. 29-8.
Good pressure there. Not allowing to release the ball there and getting the penalty. Nitha Margoda will look to get a few more meters for Air Force.
Oh, what a beautiful collection.
But it's a penalty, so Kandy can't play that ball.
Well, not sure what the call by the referee, because ball was inside, in fact. And Dhanush Dan collected cleanly from inside.
The referee flag was up and calling back play as you see a replay of that incident. Let's see here, the flag was up before the collection.
Well, but the ball didn't travel outside. That was a lousy call, that's all I can say. But anyway, 29-8, Air Force has the ball. Oh, that's good defense there. Kandy Sports Club not giving anything. Muhammad Ali coming in.
No, no, no.
Oh, that's a quick take. Well, not 10, so therefore they will get another one.
10
Kaushal Manupriya.
Number 2.
But in fact, it's a knock forward. That's the call.
Yeah, referee Shankar told the 10 meters was okay there. So the knock forward from Air Force, giving possession back to Kandy.
A little bit of silence here in the pitch. 29-8. Some are confused by the 10 meters were not there. But in fact, referee's call was 10 meter was okay. That's quite interesting to see that. And Kandy seems to be very clinical in the second half. They've organized, they know to work that ball around. But in the meantime, you can see Air Force have found some instinct to attack. And that's putting a lot of pressure on that. It's a clean scrum, beautifully taken. Srinath Suryabandara collecting it. And that's Kavindu Perera. He's going on a strong move. Good tackle coming in. It's knocked forward. So turnover ball for Air Force now. They have stolen the ball.
No.
Nuan Pereira. Buddhima Pereira, in fact, charging down. Well, pardon me.
No, you off the feet. No.
Well, that's coming from the side, yes. That was pretty evident. Kandy players are doing a tremendous job to securing the ball when it comes to rocks. They're very clinical. They're playing some good rugby. So much of experience, so much of talent, so much of knowledge, in fact.
And Mohammad Shabir joining in Kandy now.
Also quite interesting to see there are a few changes. Dirishka Dange coming in. Yep, Dange coming in for Buddhima Peratna.
For Kavindu Perera.
In fact, Kavindu Perera. So he had a decent game.
Time on.
So Ratwatte. Looking to take his team forward with this penalty kick.
Oh, beautiful kick. Tarinder Ratwatte once again showing his kicking skills. For a moment I thought he would have overcooked it, but it was a beautiful one. Fine touch in a perfect position. That's going to be another build-up by Kandy Sports Club. He's just gifting away that penalty. And Damit Disanaika looks so jovial. And forwards are calmly walking down. So the interesting fact whether we have to wait and watch whether Air Force is contesting. Yes, they are contesting. And referee is still playing advantage. Charles Praveen setting up that ball beautifully. Jason Disanaika, in fact.
No, you off the feet. No.
The Kandy forwards are pushing forward again and again. And the
Go back, last
Air Force defense has been
#1.
beautiful. So that's Sohiru Anthony. Can he go for his second try? He's been held back.
Go back. All offside.
Oh, beautiful inside pass. That was so close. That's try. Definitely.
#1. 3 incident.
Mohammad Shabir. Beautiful stuff. Good offload there. I think if I'm not mistaken, that was Srinath Suryabandara. He just sensed that his players were coming inside. So instead of cutting back, he sent the ball beautifully on a backhand pass. Srinath Suryabandara, they are going inside. Damit Disanaika collecting it. And Mohammad Shabir coming in for support. He picks up. Good combination. Beautiful try. Nice work by Srinath Suryabandara and Damit Disanaika. And the finishing touches come from Mohammad Shabir.
Good communication between the players there for Kandy. That has been a trademark for this team. So Ratwatte looking to add another extra 2 points. He does it. The scores moves on to 36 points, and Kandy bringing on few substitutes in this game.
Sorry, 13.
36 points to 8.
13. 13.
Some fresh legs coming in, and Taran the Chaturanga has been brought out. Tarak Silva has replaced him. So 36-8. This is going to be a comfortable victory again for Kandy Sports Club. Air Force played really well in the first half, but the second half belongs to Kandy Sports Club.
Get back.
Ratwate spotting that there was no sweeper for Air Force.
Lavangapera charging in, not having that tickle. It's a loose ball.
No, you.
No, even the Air Force managed to secure it. Kandy still on it.
Now release out, release.
And dragged down. Very unfortunate. That's Manupriya. Well, Air Force, not much of support coming in for the runner. And the defense has been beautiful, tremendous. The replacement players are playing a fantastic game. Oh, it's a long cutout pass, but still doesn't have much space. Tarinder Ratwata coming in for the tackle. Tarinder Ratwata, he's been outstanding today. Couple of crucial kicks. In fact, 3 of them. Beautiful ones, difficult ones. He just made it look so easy. And he's been very instrumental in the offensive moves for Kandy Sports Club. Often he doesn't get that opportunity. Today he got it to play at number 10. Owing to an injury for Nigel Ratwata. So it's a big knock forward. Srinath Suryabandara picks it, spot that gap, and he goes in. It's a loose ball. Tilna Bandara comes in to clear it up. And you can see pretty much Air Force forwards are walking around. And that's a big one. Chamika Pereira, in fact. It's a loose ball. Once again picked up. Charles Praveen is not up there. Tarinder Ratwata collects it. He goes down. A little bit of messy play there by Kandy. Not organized. A couple of loose balls. Charles Praveen, strong man, taking 4 defenders along with him. What a beautiful rush there. Lavangapera kicks and chases Vedasi. They could score. A little bit overcooked.
This is a replay of that Ashan Darling coming in as a replacement, and Lavanga Pereira
Time off.
Making that chip, but just too much for him to collect it. Lots of players hands on hips.
Blue 19 off.
Staying down.
Blue 19 change.
Yafos had the position. As we look in-depth analysis of Dialog Rugby League, all the stats you need, facts and figures, points table, team details, everything. There's one-stop place for that. Stats.thepapare.com. You can visit the stats center and get all the stats of the Dialog Rugby League. Yafos now
Time on.
taking a small kick now, and intercepted by Jason Disanayak. Support arrives in the form of Tarak Silva there.
Go back.
Now Kandy settling it down slowly and steadily. Praveen Charles there.
Advantage.
Kandy now has an advantage for them also. Suri now knows it's a free play. Ratwat look for a cross kick. And Air Force making a mockery of that kick. And Danushka Dange. Rajasthan.
What a passage of play there. Well, I was not sure why Tarinder was going for a drop goal. In fact, he had the time, he had the distance, but also he had the 3/4. But it was blocked, and the kick was not cleanly collected. Dilak Shadange making no mistake out of it. Look at that. Was blocked, and 2 Air Force players coming underneath that, not collecting it, and that was a gifted one. Oh, he just says thank you and picks it up and scores. Well, Air Force not really helping the cause. Putting a second half has been entirely belongs to Kandy.
No clear communication between the players at Air Force. This happened during the second half. Opening passages of play in the second half as Ratwate adds another 2 points to the Kandy tally. And he has been good kicking form, just missing only 1 kick from the left corner in the first half. Other than that, it has been a superior game for Ratwat. Air Force slowly coming towards the restart.
Look at that replay once again. Could have collected it nicely, but missed it. That was a gift for Dilak Shadange.
9 more.
Just picks it up and he scores.
9.
Well, Air Force were very slow for the restart. Probably they want to kill some time. 43-8. Can Kandy make it count to go beyond the 50 mark? Well, that's the question. That's what they've been playing for right now. 33 points have been headed in the second half by Kandy Sports Club, compared to just 1 solitary try by Air Force. Kandy is working that ball, and they got numbers, and Buddhimapaya Ratna cuts back inside, and well, no stopping him, but good offload. Lavanga Perra comes in for the support. Beautiful stuff. Good recycling. Srinath Surya Bandara, they're sending it out. He's got Sabir to his right. Next to Sabir is Charles Praveen, but Sabir opted to go inside. He breaks a couple of tackles, but there go. Charles Praveen comes in. Praveen Charles, can he be stopped? Ashan Darling joining him. Once again, that's Sohiru Anthony. That's try number 2 for him. And that was just gifted right in front of him. All what he have to do is just cross that line. Not powerful defending there by Air Force. Air Force seems to be struggling with fitness at the moment. A lot of fatigue. But on the other hand, Kandy, they're on full swing. Score moves up to 48. If the conversion can be made, that's going to be 50. That's going to be a massive, massive victory for Kandy Sports Club. They just simply took the game away from Air Force. Air Force played really well in the first half, but the second half, so far, it belongs to Kandy Sports Club. What a game.
Counter-attacking at his best. Sisi Buddhimapaya Ratna broke the Air Force line, and it was then Praveen Charles making a big run, gaining more than 20 meters and going near the try line, and Sohiru Anthony coming in and finishing off for the champions. The try scorer is down.
Uh, 7 minutes more. 7 more.
Kandy just running away with this game. 48 points to 8. And Ratwat kicks through and adds another 2 points. And Clifford, the 50 points are up now.
Well, what a passage of play there by Kandy. The second half, well, you can't take anything away from these lads from the hill country. They played so well, so organized, very clinical. And the forwards, they combined together to create those opportunities for the three quarters. But the loose play also, Kandy outnumbered Air Force. Air Force seems to be lacking in fitness. And when it comes to the second half, or maybe they're pretending to be like that in order to kill some time. But look at the score, 50 points against 8. And, well, beautiful display. Well, they had 2 crucial injuries. That's a concern. Shahan Patirana is going to get some stitches on his face. And skipper Nigel Ratwat, the well ball and put back inside. Awful collection, but collects it cleanly. Well, that's up on so.
No, clear release, I need. Oh, no.
He's been the only lively player for Air Force. Varela, so energetic. The line deeply formed, and well, Air Force trying their bit. Maybe it's a little bit too late, but they managed to carve out a penalty out of that move. Kandy lost. Well, I'm sure that's going to be a knee injury, I guess. Yes, it is, I guess, yes. Saw him going in for that contact, landing a little bit awkwardly with a twisted knee. That's how I saw it. Look at that, going in for the tackle.
Right, okay.
I think probably he got a knock, in fact not a twist. That was a heavy hit.
Time on.
So it's time on, referee says, given the penalty. And let's see what Gayante Idamal going to do. Yes, he's going to find touch. Makes sense. He doesn't find that much of distance, but good enough to get the ball inside the Kandy territory a little bit deeper.
Numbers
50 on the board already for Kandy Sports Club. Air Force still on 8. The first half scores, the way they played, are completely different. Kandy, they simply elevated the standards, took the game away from Air Force.
Not a straight throw there by Air Force. Gifting position back to Kandy in this last few minutes of play. Kandy straight away opting for a scrum. Air Force had the position, played few phrases but not gain any meters in this second half. They had a chance now to go get some meters forward and get the line out sorted, but unfortunately not throwing straight.
Well, good to see Roshan Veeratne on the puck. So it's completely, the front row has changed and the link-up play has been changed, and also Puddhim Veeratne has gone out and Dirish Kadange is there and he has scored as well. So quite interesting. And he has recycled their bench entirely. Referee is playing advantage. Veeratne to Tarinder, inside pass. Lavanga Perera once again sending it out this time. Tarinder after the cutting back inside. Good passage of play. Lavanga Perera, can he go for his second try? Good collection. Srinath Suryabandar. What a play! What a dangerous player. Beautifully collected that pass. And that's going to be icing on the cake for Kandy Sports Club. What a finish. 55 points. And Tarinder Ratwat breaking free and sending that ball out to Lavanga Perera. Lavanga absorbing couple of players. And there you go, Tharinda to Lavanga. And beautiful long cutout pass expected to be delivered to ThePapare Ratnabat. Srinath Suryabandar comes in just like Jason Dissanayake did in the previous occasion, and he scores. Look at that. Srinath Suryabandar, a fantastic player. Always whenever he's on the field, a treat to watch, that's for sure. Very instrumental in Kandy's game. And especially once again the credit should go to Tharinda Ratwatta. He's been very clinical. He's been fantastic in offense and put much of the conversions with a 50-meter kick and kicked against the wind. He has done wonders trying to curve that in, doesn't work well. So can he move up to 55 points to 8? Look at that, that's Tharinda Ratwatta breaking free. In fact, good long cutout pass. It was actually Chamika Perera. Well, there you go. So Srinath Suryabandar touches down. So Nilan, today's man of the match. We had some beautiful displays. Surya Anthony scoring a couple of tries. Kandy SC scoring one. Lavanga had a good game. But for me, it's Tharinda Ratwatta, who has been very instrumental. And since Nigel walked off, he's been very instrumental, playing a very pivotal position. And what's your say on that?
True, Clifford. Tharinda Ratwatta played well, created chances. We just saw another chance created. He was everywhere in the ground in this game. Deservingly the man of the match, and he kicks the ball out to finish this game. And Kandy maintain their unbeaten tag as they win the opening game of the second round against the Yafo Sports Club. Good day in the office for the champions, Clifford.
Well, they had to work hard in the second half. In fact, the first half, the second half belongs to them, and first half belongs to Yafos. I would say it was only 12-5, in fact, 12-3. So they played really well. So today's Dialog single move man of the match, in fact, Dialog view man of the match is Tharinda Ratwatta, who played a fantastic game, and conversions were superb. The penalty was fantastic with 50 meters to go. And he played some beautiful rugby. There you go, the man of the match on the screen, Tharinda Ratwatta. Well, there you go, the final score, 55 points to 8. Kandy, the runaway champions at the moment, were done exceptionally well in the league. Played some fantastic rugby in the first half. And the second round also, they start with the victory. 55 points to 8. Beautiful execution of the plan. And look at that, all smiling Praveen Charles. You know the contribution he made. It's very instrumental in the second half going into the try.
Highlights of the second half. You see Sawyer Anthony going over for his first, the beginning of the first half, second half. Ratwatta taking the usual proceedings with his kick. You see Ratwatta another try just before the try which Kandy scored here. Jason Dissanayake going over. Ratwatta, the player of the match, making his kicks perfect during this game. Yafos had one chance and they took the maximum out of it as Johan Pereira went over with this rolling maul. Took the ball and overpowered himself over the line.
Well, that was a beautiful inside pass there by Srinath Surya Bandara. Damit Disanayaka coming in and Mohammad Shabir scoring. That was beautiful finish. And Tarinder Ratwat adding 2 more points there. And once again, this was very interesting. Opting to go for a drop goal, but a complete misjudged catch. And doesn't collect it cleanly and gives the 5 points to Dilushka Dange. And Tarinder Ratwat adding 2 more points there. And this is Suhiru Anthony, just saw that an opening. All what he had to do is just pinch through. Tarinder Ratwat once again breaking that line and sending it out. And good collection there by Srinath Surya Bandar, coming from nowhere. That was meant to be for Buddhi Piratna, but just beaten by pace there for defense. Couldn't hold on to him. What a play he is. We go all smiling Kandy players. They know they have done their work. They managed to get in there, and that's the final one. Well, there you go. That's the key stats. Air Force 5, Kandy Sports Club 55. 8 tries against 1 for Kandy, and conversions, 6 conversions out of 8, and good man of the match performance there by Tarinder Ratwat, making 6 conversion and 1 penalty, and creating a couple of tries, and no drop goals. So player of the match, Dialog View player of the match is Tarinder Ratwat from Kandy Sports Club. So final score 55-8. Well, upcoming fixture, CH taking on Police. That's going to be second round, week 8 on 26 Jan, Sunday. That's going to be at Racecourse. It's a night match, 6:30 p.m. CH and FC playing against Police Sports Club. While the next week fixtures, there you go, 31st January, Friday. So that's Air Force against Army at Ratmalana. And the kickoff is at 4:15. Pretty much everything is a 4:15 kickoff for next week. CR and FC versus Havelocks. That's going to be at Longdon Place. And that's on the 1st of Feb. It's a Saturday kickoff. And also on Sunday, Kandy versus CH and FC. That's 2nd Feb at Nittawala. That's going to be very, very interesting game. Kandy taking on CH at their home grounds. And Police versus Navy at Police Park on 2nd of February, Sunday. So all 4 games going to be 4 p.m., 4:15 p.m. kickoff. And it's going to be another interesting week and an exciting week. Well, there you go. So the final score here at Ratmalana, that's 55-8. Kandy Sports Club walking out as the winners. It's an easy victory, even though they had to work hard in the first half. Second half, they just simply took the game away from Air Force. Air Force tried really hard, but not enough to stop the undisputed champions. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Ratmalana Rugby Grounds, Air Force Rugby Grounds, and signing off from www.thepapare.com, myself Clifford Surendran and Neil Hahn. Have a good evening.
Wanna watch some rugby? We've got just the ticket for the best of rugby internationals and club rugby championships in the world. From the greatest battles of all time to all the legendary moments in the world of rugby.
Oh, this is amazing!
Witness them all on Rugby Pass TV and don't miss a moment of the action. Live and exclusive on Dialog Television channel number 129 from the 30th of January onwards.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
I want everything and more from my mobile. Unlimited talk time, text and endless data. When I travel, it's one simple plan for unlimited roaming, even on a flight. I also get the best smartphone deals, phone upgrades and expert personal service. While Club Vision privileges pamper me with the best of times. Sign up to a Dialog Power plan today. Enjoy everything I have and more.
Dialog Postpaid. Power to you.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සුදු. අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි. දෙකෙන් දෙන්නම්. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan? කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.